Happening now, one of America's biggest travel holidays is underway. AAA expects record high volume this weekend. An Olean man is sentenced for child pornography.
I'm Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. We've got some rain falling here in downtown Jamestown. Had freezing rain earlier this morning. We'll talk about that cool down that comes our way next week and that Christmas Day forecast next.
Sportscasting legend Dick Enberg, dead at the age of 82. He had a remarkable impact. You'll hear about his impact next in sports.
That's news now for Friday, December 22nd, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
Thanks for joining us and happy Friday. I'm Justin Gould. Our top story, a spokesman for AAA East Central says more than 100 million Americans are expected to travel 50 miles or more this holiday season. Here's Jim Garrity.
It's a record setter in terms of this time of the year with the holiday travel. Keep in mind, though, this is spread out from, it would be tomorrow through January.
Now, Garrity says gas prices are up about 20 cents from last year. You can head to gasprices.aaa.com for more information on holiday travel. And an Olean man was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison on Thursday for charges of possession and sending child pornography. U.S. Attorney's Office says 35-year-old Sean Lipchart sent undercover officers images of child pornography last August. They then raided his house. Now, during that search, agents recovered a laptop that contained over 300 images of child pornography. Police report some of the images depicted very young children and violence. The sentencing is the culmination of an investigation by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Homeland Security investigators. Obamacare's birth control mandate will stick around for a little bit longer. The U.S. District Court in Northern California issued a preliminary injunction Thursday against the White House interim ruling. The Trump administration issued the rules back in October that would make it easier for employers to deny insurance coverage of contraceptives for women. Now employers could cite regulations or moral objections in order to deny the coverage. A nurse practitioner from Lane's Women's Health Center, Karen Winterburn here in Jamestown, says that this would hurt many women.
It would probably increase the risk of unintended pregnancies. Certain contraceptives are used for the treatment of certain gynecological conditions, and it could increase menstrual problems for many patients as well.
Now, Newark Attorney General Eric Schneiderman recently filed a lawsuit in response to President Trump's new ruling. The Justice Department says it disagrees with Thursday's ruling from California and is evaluating its next steps. Now we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with a first look at our forecast. Dakota.
Hey, good Friday, everybody. And, ooh, man, we made it to the end of another work week, though. And winter actually officially came yesterday, a little before airtime yesterday. I forgot to mention that. So we are finally in winter, and it's going to kind of feel like winter once we get to next week. Let's take a look at the next 3 days, so that way you can kind of plan your next 3 days, especially the weekend. So let's break down today's forecast here so that we can get an idea as to what we are expecting for the forecast for today. 40 degrees will be the high. Scattered rain showers. They become more numerous as the day goes along. High around 40 with a southwest wind 7 to 12 miles an hour. Now on radar right now, we actually do have some current rain going on across the area. This is the Live Viper radar, and we have some rain going on across the area, and along with some snow. This pink area is a mixture of rain and sleet, also with some snow as well. We had some freezing rain down in the southern tier earlier this morning. Some slick spots definitely are possible along with that, and as we put this into motion, you can kind of see over the last 2 hours how this is kind of moving here. And a lot of the snow right now is northward up near the Buffalo Metro, but we've had some rain down here along with some freezing rain as well. So we're watching that this morning. Now, for the weekend, Temperatures still around 40. Now, if you remember, I told you Saturday we had a shot of breaking 50. Not anymore. Low pressure system is going to sweep across the area. And I think this 40 is a bit conservative. We may be stuck in the 30s on Saturday. And then we go down to 31 for Christmas Eve. I'll break down that weekend forecast along with the full Quick Solution 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you, Justin.
All right, Dakota, looking forward to it. Thank you. MNT has officially named its new chairman and CEO. Renee Jones is going to replace Robert Wilmers, who passed away unexpectedly over the weekend. Jones has been with MNT since 1992, serving most recently as the company's chief financial officer. In a statement on MNT's website, Jones called Wilmers an inspiration to all and that employees, customers, and shareholders can expect a continued commitment to the values that Wilmers embodied. Coming up next, New York's population continues to decline. And later, Christmas tips and tricks from our very own Donna Germain when we return.
Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
Well, it's because you're in. And welcome back. Chautauqua Institution President Michael Hill is supporting Governor Andrew Cuomo's proposal of a $65 million plan to address algae blooms across New York State. In a statement released on Thursday, the president applauded the governor's leadership and investment in New York State's lakes, including Chautauqua Lake. Furthermore, Hill is happy that his administration recognizes that the health of the lake is critical to the health of our region. Chautauqua Lake is a vital source of tourism, economic development, and recreation here in the county. And another 190,000 New Yorkers left for other states this past year, bringing the total out of immigration from this state to 1 million people since 2010. And that is the most in any state from across the nation. U.S. Census data revealed that the sobering statistics continued an ongoing trend of New York's slow population growth. Overall, New York gained just over 13,000 residents this year. Overall, the state's population grew only a mere 0.07%. New York also has an older population. Youth fell under 3.9% between 2010 and 2017. Holidays are notorious for situations you can't control. Surprising friends, family, and of course that traffic. But what you can control is your ability to make healthy choices. If you're looking to kickstart a healthier lifestyle, there's no better time than right now. They say go easy on the booze this holiday season. Adding additional empty calories to your diet won't help your hangover either. Not only could your blood sugar skyrocket from the addition of sugar, alcohol temporarily keeps your body from burning fat. They say stay active with all these extra days off from work and school. Just don't sit around. A new study from the Annals of Internal Medicine found that people who sat for less than 30 minutes at a time had the lowest risk of an early death. They also say try not to stress out too much and don't skip on that sleep. The holiday season only comes around once a year, so enjoy it.
Now, your first defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Go easy on the booze? Come on now, it's the holidays. We can all have a little too much.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm getting myself in trouble. Let's go right to the Sky Vision Camera Network. That's the Mill Creek Mall in Erie, and the camera is working. you can see some of the fog at the Mill Creek camera that's overlooking the Mill Creek Mall down on Peach Street. 37 degrees with a dew point of 37. That is obviously equating out to the fog, and kind of a little light wind there, and they picked up about 0.06 of an inch of rain so far today. On to the main graphics, and we will break down the weekend planning forecast as I showed you a few minutes ago. Pretty much for tomorrow, I'm going 40 degrees, and I talked about throughout the week how we could break 50. Not anymore. Low pressure system is going to hold our temperatures down, and so we're going to go 40 degrees, chance of an early rain shower, and it changes to snow. We expect less than an inch of accumulation out of that with a north wind 4 to 8 miles an hour. And then for Sunday, snow showers, and it becomes more steady as the day goes along. Temperatures come down. We'll go 31 degrees with a light and variable wind. So at least a light wind means very little wind chill index. So that's always the good thing. The National Weather Service this morning reissued the winter weather advisory for all of Western New York, and it includes much of the state for that matter, and that goes until 7 p.m. tomorrow, and this is for the chance of snow and sleet as well. We don't expect freezing rain anymore. That's pretty much done and over with, but this is being issued for the chance of a couple inches of snow and some sleet accumulation coming our way today and tomorrow, so that's the reason why it was reissued. Now let's bring back the Peg the Geek Meter segment. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and because the weather's just been so busy, but a few days ago, they put in the ice boom on Lake Erie. This is what the boom looks like. It looks like propane tanks, that you see on trailers out in the country. That's not what they are, but that's what they look like. And here's another image for you. This is what they look like when it's all stretched out. Now, the ice boom I mentioned about yesterday, but I decided to pull in some key facts about the ice boom for you. So basically the ice boom, it keeps the ice that forms on Lake Erie, it keeps it from flowing down the Niagara River and causing damage to the water intakes for power generation. And it's installed when the Lake Erie temperature, when the water temperature in Lake Erie reaches 39 degrees. That's when they put it in, and they take the ice boom out when the ice decreases to 250 square miles. When we have less than 250 square miles of ice on Lake Erie, they yank the boom out of there. And the boom is actually owned and operated by the New York Power Authority and Ontario Power Generation. It's co-owned by the two companies, and they are responsible for installing and taking out the boom, as also repairing the boom as well. And the boom consists of 22 spans of pontoons. That's what those things are back here. They're called pontoons, not a pontoon boat, but they're called pontoons. And there's 10 pontoons on each span. And basically these spans are anchored to the lake floor at 400 feet intervals. So every 400 feet, there's another pontoon pylon. And so again, this is installed every fall going into the winter season, and it holds back the ice because obviously a lot of ice forms on Lake Erie, and we do not want the ice flowing down the Niagara River and causing an ice jam to the water intakes for the power generation. That would not be good if that happened. 33 degrees at the airport right now with a wind chill number of 27 combined with the south wind. 100% humidity means dew point is 33. Fog is being reported at the airport as well, along with a light rain shower, and only a quarter of a mile visibility. That's at the airport. So, ooh, man, definitely foggy conditions out there. Surface map out there today. This is the low pressure system that's bringing the rain out there today. This right out here in Ohio is what's going to come our way over the weekend, and that was out near Oklahoma yesterday, as I told you about. So this is going to sweep across the area, bringing some more rain and snow to go along with it. And do not forget, we have an after Christmas sale on all temperatures. We're slashing those temperatures, and we're going to be talking about temperatures in the teens for next week. Take a look at the detailed forecast. Next 7 days are on the screen, and then you see the weekend. Temperatures come down for the weekend as we bring in that other front system, and then take a look at the temperatures for early next week. Ooh, man, that is real frigid air. Ooh, man, and data suggests this does last until the end of December. Ryan will have sports right after the break, so you stay with us.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Like great food, great news needs experts. Become a community reporter when you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about. Drop us a line on Facebook today. Speaking of great food, Jeremy's Bellevue offers pasta, classic burgers, seafood, and of course, wings. Visit Jeremy's Bellevue on Facebook. Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
Okay, folks, I just want to let you know from Santa that WNY News Now from Jamestown, New York is a great station. Please watch.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
From the Phone Zone Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's a look at what's trending. Dick Enberg, the longtime sportscaster who called every major sport known to man, has died at the age of 82 of an apparent heart attack. Enberg got his big break with UCLA basketball and went on to call Super Bowls, Olympics, Final Fours, and Angels and Padres baseball games, as well as Rams football games. He retired from his TV job with the Padres in October of 2016, capping a 6-decade career punctuated with countless calls of "oh my" and describing big plays. Dick Enberg, dead at the age of 82. Big news. The football team has been named the top Class D team in New York State, moving up from 4th in the New York State Sports Writers Association polls. Panama 6-0 this season with 2 wins over AA Jamestown. On Tuesday, Panama routed Randolph 80-48. Another 31-point game for Devin Pope as Chautauqua Lake held off Maple Grove 83-76. Pope has had games of 40 and 2 consecutive 31-point games. He also collected 7 rebounds and 7 assists. College basketball in a big game tonight in Syracuse is St. Bonaventure and their 6-game win streak in the Carrier Dome to take on Syracuse. That game at 7 o'clock. You can listen to it on 95.7 FM and view it on ESPN3 by going to St. Bonaventure's basketball's website. Buffalo at Texas A&M last night, number 8 Texas A&M, and they gave them a run for their money. Wes Clark driving to the basket, and Robert Williams of the Aggies pins his shot to the backboard. What a defensive play. Wes Clark then passed to Montel McCray in the corner for 3. That would cut the Aggies' lead to 30-29, but later in the game, Tony Trocha Morales passes down court to J.J. Chandler for the dunk, and then Dwayne Wilson throws the ball ahead to Chandler for another dunk, and that would extend the Aggies' lead to 87-71. The Aggies go on to win 89-73. Again, a scare from the Buffalo Bulls. In the NBA, it was the Celtics and the Knicks last night late in the 4th quarter. Michael Beasley gets the ball in the lane and hits a pull-up jumper. Beasley finished with 31 points, and the Knicks go on to win 102-93, defeating the Celts. From the Phone Zone Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick. It all unfolds here.
Happy holidays from WNY News Now.
The Main Landing Restaurant Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the main landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The main landing restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And welcome back to News Now. They gave us candy canes. And Scout the Elf is here to Peppy. Oh,
He just fell over.
we were just saying, this is really funny. Can we remove the CG for just a second? We were just saying, I set him up on here, and Dakota's like, don't breathe. It took me like all that sports segment to get him to sit like this. Don't breathe. As Christmas fastly approaches, our Donna Germain is here now with some Christmas tips and tricks to get you ready for the holiday.
We get to the parties, or what are we going to cook? What are we going to eat? Number one, when you do go to a party, make sure you bring your appetizer or hors d'oeuvre or whatever it is you're bringing in something that it can be served in or on. And if not, make sure you let your hostess know you're bringing something that it may need a dish to be put in. We all need to bring a gift to the hostess. Some people bring candy, flowers, a bottle of wine. What I like to do is, especially if I'm making meatballs or corv or something hot, is I buy crock pots, $8, $10, $12, depending on the size. You put your hot hors d'oeuvre in there, bring it to the house, and there you go. You leave the crock pot as a hostess gift. Make sure you bring the box. I have a couple other little ideas if you're last minute kind of looking for something to bring, or even at your own holiday table. Cream cheese. Who doesn't like cream cheese? Very festive. Either red or green hot pepper jelly. Put it on a nice little festive plate, bar of cream cheese. Let it get a little room temperature and cover it with either red or green, or both for that matter, hot pepper jelly. Everyone loves it. Makes a great little snack, very easy to do.
And be sure to catch Donna's full show coming up at 1 o'clock today here on Facebook Live. She has a ton of tips and tricks about the holidays, and boy, did that cream cheese look good.
Yes. You see, I love cream cheese, obviously, because I love cheesecake, and that's essentially what cheesecake is.
Right.
Is nothing but cream cheese. So,
man, yeah.
I love that.
Are you baking anything special, or your dad's a good baker, right?
Yes.
So, do you help him at all?
A good baker as in food, not a good baker in another sense of the word.
I don't know what the other sense of the word baker.
I'm sorry, I just made a very inappropriate joke. So I'm terribly sorry.
Don't worry, it went right over my head. So if you don't know his joke, that's great too. If you do, leave a comment, and we'll get rid of Dakota after the new year. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm done. Bye.
No. So but your dad, is he whipping up some good treats for you guys for Christmas?
Well, he's baking more Christmas cookies.
Good deal. I'll have to come over.
Yes, because they're giving away Christmas cookies this year as Christmas gifts. And so my dad baked a whole crap load of cookies, and we hardly didn't have any left for us. So he's going to be slaving away in the kitchen today, baking more cookies.
I know
and stuff.
My grandma Rosie she's excellent cookie maker. She made us a big tub you see in there that was delivered yesterday. So shout out to Grandma Rosie. Thank you for making cookies. After the holidays, she's heading on her vacation, so she's going to be soaking up the rays down south. But what did you ask for this year? Did you ask for anything special?
I don't really have any specific requests.
Yeah, me either.
In terms of what I would.
I honestly like
what I want. I can't afford. So.
Right. Well, no. I mean, as in very. I guess this is very maturing. As an adult, so to speak. I remember just a few years ago when I was in my teens. It was still very much of something where I wanted. Oh, I want this. I really don't want anything, but I know this sounds really corny, but just to kind of chillax. I just want to relax.
Christmas gets more boring, I think, as you get older.
No, because I'm looking forward to seeing my family.
In terms of gift giving, you
right,
know,
right.
it's it's nowhere near as fun as it is
Right.
when you're a kid.
It's
because as you're
definitely-
a kid, you get excited, yay, toys and everything.
And it's
But as
definitely
you
a
get older,
holiday
it's-
for the kids.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Like my cousins that are much younger than me, like definitely I remember Christmas shopping for them just a few weeks ago with my grandma Rosie, and I almost knocked the elf over again. That would have been bad. Going and what would you have wanted? And we were looking at Legos, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. So it's really cool, and I know like one of the big points Donna's going to have on her show today, because we got a sneak preview a little bit, obviously at 1:00 in just 15 minutes, is enjoy your family.
Except on the West Coast when it airs 3 hours later.
Right, because it's delayed. I don't think that's how it works on that. But enjoy your family, and I think that's what it's really about. So, our little buddy here gave us some candy canes, and this I think he's gonna stick around to the New Year's.
Okay.
And this set, I think I talked to production people. I think they're gonna leave this set for a minute, news-wise. But we do have something very excited to hint at. And I think you posted on your Twitter a few weeks ago.
Is it what I think it is?
It has something to do with weather.
Yes.
And centers of weather.
Yes.
So
something big is going to be happening next year, early next year.
Yeah, like
hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Dakota's getting a Christmas present. In fact, if we could turn the camera around, which we can't, we'd show you the massive, like our studio is sprawled out a little bit.
Yeah, we're starting to rip out things out of the studio to
minor
make
changes.
room for our big surprise that we're working on. So.
But Andy says we're losing a little weight. He's right.
Yeah.
We're ripping down walls.
That's right.
Don't tell our landlord that we're doing that.
Yeah, we're going to be in here and knocking down walls and cutting into walls and doing this.
Got the hard hat on, the demo stick. We could do it in slow motion.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
The whole studio is going to be disassembled. We might be broadcasting out on the middle of 3rd Street.
Probably, just for a couple days. So that'll be exciting for weather. We don't want to give too much away.
Yes.
Mainly
because
all
I can say about it is going to propel us even further as into what we do in weather. What we're doing, it's going to, we already set the bar.
Right.
The whole organization and the whole weather team, we have set the bar. And I don't, I'm not a huge fan of talking good about myself, but in this case, we are very good at what we do. And this surprise that's coming next year is going to propel us even further because we're already leading everybody else.
Nice.
That's just going to set us further.
I'm excited for it.
Now, before we get into weather, I would like to ask Mr. Elfie if he would like to operate the weather clicker today. And yeah.
Okay. Oh, he clicked
but it's not imposable. There it is. And let's see. There he goes. And so, again, we have a Christmas Day sale coming up. I just wanted to show this one final time. We have a Christmas Day sale coming up. All temperatures are being slashed. Another Arctic front comes our way early next week, and that drops our temperatures. Those are high temperatures, need I remind you. 15 on Thursday.
Ooh.
And that's a high temperature. Ooh, man, that's some
cool.
very...
That's a good sale, though,
yes.
I would say.
Yes, we're slashing temperatures 60 to 70% off. My dad loved this because he watched the show yesterday and he thought that was absolutely hysterical. And let's take a look at that Quick Solutions extended forecast one final time. And you can see pretty much for today, rain showers throughout the day. We had the freezing rain earlier. Now, a winter weather advisory was reissued because of some snow and some sleet that's going to come our way over the next couple days, and that ends tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And you can see after Christmas Day, now Christmas Eve, looking nice and chilly. We're going to go down to 16 and with some snow showers. So definitely not out of the question. Santa's going to have some nice snow he's going to deal with on not Christmas Day, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah.
On Christmas Eve when he's delivering all those nice presents to all of you.
Christmas.
And a white Christmas. I am officially stamping it. I don't want to break the set, but
you're stamping.
I'm stamping
Dakota's
a white Christmas. It is official.
Approval.
My seal of approval, white Christmas.
Nice.
And then you can see early next week, Arctic front that drops our temperatures. Real Arctic air and winter air comes our way.
Awesome. Thank you, Dakota. It looks like the elf has moved into your shoulder now.
Yeah.
This is what happened last time. He has your clicker. He
Yeah.
has a candy cane. He's good to go. You have a Merry Christmas, Dakota. And
He'll be our weekend weather guy.
Yes, he will. And you as well. Be sure to join us on Monday, where we're going to have a very special Christmas highlighting some beautiful stories from inside of our community. In the meantime, head to WNYNewsNow.com where coverage comes first. Have a great day and be sure to get that hippopotamus.
Yes.
Hippopotamus.
Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you Monday.